Welcome to the 21st of September 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help people create online businesses around their passion, the skill set, the hobby, whatever it is they're interested in doing. They want to share that knowledge and experience with other people, help them move forward in their lives, and also be able to monetize that knowledge and experience that they've already got. I was on a group coaching program session yesterday with some of my students, and one of the students asked me, what would I do when I'd be creating an online course in terms of time scale I'm talking about? And this is a really important topic because as people come into my program, I always try and move them through the creation part really quickly, because at the end of the day, you can create great courses and programs, but if nobody knows about them, then it's probably not going to work from a business perspective. And I know from my own experience, when I launched my first three online courses back in 2018, I think in total 2 people bought those 3 courses. 2 people, and one of them was my daughter. And I believe that so many people get stuck in the creation part because they allow their mindset to take over. What happens is they overthink it, they get overwhelmed because it goes on for too long, and as a result, their mind takes over, and what happens is you procrastinate and you delay. Now, I want to share with you how I get over it. And it's a bit of a trick I have to play with my mindset because it can easily happen for me. And I've done 8 online courses now. And what I do is I imagine that I have rented. This is what I was talking to my students about yesterday. I imagine that I've rented a $70,000 Airbnb for a day. Don't worry about the price. It could be 10,000, but it's a big number. That's what I do. And renting it for the day to shoot my online courses, that fee is non-negotiable, or it's non-refundable, should I say. So that helps me focus on the date that I've booked it and the fact that I'm going to lose that sum of money if I don't go ahead and launch. So what I have to do then is to have that date in my calendar, and then I work back from there, the things that need to be done. And if you're creating an online course, there's probably 2 big things you need to do start with. Is you need to brainstorm and map out a journey that you're going to help your ideal customer go from A to B. Where is it they're stuck? Where do they want to get to? And what is that route they're going to take? Like, I like to talk about a 5-module online course, so 5 big chunks, 5 big steps. So getting that framework in place is the first thing. And then brainstorming how the journey is going to happen for the customer that you're going to be teaching in your online course. And just brainstorm it for a day. That's all. Get a whiteboard out like I've got here. Get a bunch of Post-it notes and just brainstorm everything out on that whiteboard. The second thing then to do is just to organize those Post-it notes or whatever it is you're using. You know, you could be just sketching on a pad, is to organize those in a sequential order. So the logical steps that the customer would take on a journey that's going to take them from A, where they're stuck now, the problem, to the solution that you're going to provide them at the end of your course. How logically are they going to step through that? That's the second thing. The third thing then is to script it all out. And for me, what I tend to do is I tend to just do bullet points. Now, bear in mind, I've done 8 of these online courses, and I do a live every day, and I practice, and I love video. Now, it's not always the case for people that they don't like video, so maybe they're going to do it in a PowerPoint presentation. But my preference is always for video. Is to then sketch it all out. Having sketched it all out is to then script it all out. And then from the script, break it down into the chunks that you're going to teach. Now, some people like to use a full script and they like to have an auto prompt in front of them so that you can read from the auto prompt. Again, I just like to end up having maybe 1 card for each of my modules, like in front of my camera, right there. I'll have a card and I will teach the whole module extemporaneously. I'll have probably 5 points in front of me and I just teach extemporaneously. Because what I found is that if you try to read from a teleprompter, this is me, if you try to read from a teleprompter or you try to read from a script, what happens is, again, you overthink it and you get stuck in your head. And what you need to do is get out of your head and teach as though you were talking to your best friend. Just pretend your best friend is on the other side of the camera and you're having a conversation with them and you're teaching them about what you love to do. That's what I would do in that session. That's what I would do when I'm doing the video. So now I've got to the day of the Airbnb, it's 70,000, whatever it is, 10,000. I'm now in a place where I've got everything lined up to just go in there and teach. And what I would suggest is that for that day, you don't be writing out any scripts. You don't be doing any rehearsals. All of that is done before you get there. So that when you get in first thing in the morning and you get into the Airbnb or wherever your studio is or wherever you're going to shoot, don't do anything else. Don't do emails. Don't do social media. Just have that time to shoot the videos. Or if you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, whatever it might be, just have the time to shoot the videos. Don't do anything else, because if you do, what will happen is you'll get distracted and you'll get off on a tangent and your focus won't be on what it is you're supposed to do on that day, which is shoot the videos. And I've just had this from experience. I've tried it, for my last 3 online courses, I've tried that and it's worked really well. But before that, I was one of these people who was getting distracted easy, and I didn't have that sequence of events. And I believe that if you can get that and you can do it, then your online course creation process will be a lot quicker than what it normally is. And you don't overthink it. You don't actually procrastinate. You just get through the creation of it so that you can get on to the marketing campaigns and get your product out to your audience. Because remember, if you're building an online course, the goal has always got to be that you're going to help other people with the problem they've got. That's what they're looking for in your online course. But if you're not getting it out to anybody, you're not serving anybody, you're not helping anybody, and you're just helping yourself because you're just stuck in that creation process with the overthinking. So we got to move from the self to the service. And that's the important piece that we need to move through really quickly. And that means we need to get through this creation process really quickly so that we can get onto the marketing and the launching of it. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today on this 21st of September, 2023. If you want to know more about those kind of things, you want to join my weekly newsletter, which is free. I'll put a link below here. It comes out into your inbox every Sunday. Strategies, tactics that I use in my business, that I coach my clients, my students, and have been doing so for the last 5 years now, hundreds of students and clients. I love it. And I'd love to share that with you in my newsletter. If you want to be part of that, there's a link below here. You just need to click the link, register or subscribe, and then you'll be into my newsletter coming into your inbox every Sunday. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.